Hey y'all, how you doing today? So I'm in my craft room and yesterday I decided to clean up and I couldn't find my scissors. And so I decided to play with paint instead. And because I still can't find my scissors, I decided to continue playing with paint. So I watched Darcy Sanders, Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and Carrie Griffiths, and I think they both say this. I don't know who said it first, but they were doing a long haul. And what that is you put some paint on one gel plate and you bring it over to another, put down a stencil, and you just keep adding layers of paint without picking up the stencil. And so I've been doing this for about a half an hour, so I just want to do a few more pulls. And these are the colors in order that I got. That one looks kind of camouflage. I don't know what it mixed with, but this one came out really cool. I really like that color. But I'm just doing some backgrounds here. And also I have all these tiny little tubes of paint. And I just wanted to use them up because they're almost empty. I really like that color too. And then I put white on top of that. And then Payne's gray and then a neutral gray. So what I'm using is packing paper. I've had this for a long time, so I'm not exactly sure. But I have them in my lap. Because even though I have a huge desk, I'm still running out of room. So what I do is just put some paint on here. And the reason to put it on there first, I found, is because unless you want ovals on your other plate, which sometimes that kind of looks cool. I actually do have some pulls from that little plate that look pretty neat, just because the mush of colors. And then you just put this on top and squish it down. So I do have the sniffles today. I have a sinus infection I'm trying to get over. So this won't be a very long video. But see, it's still picking up some of the color from previous prints. Let's do purple. And so I'm not cleaning this at all. And I want to do it that way because I don't necessarily want the color that's coming out of the tube. I did not take color theory or any of that stuff. So I don't really know what's going to mix with what to make what color. Except the basics, you know, yellow and blue make green. You know, stuff like that. And I do have a brayer off page on the other side here. And so we're just going to put that down. And this is like newspaper print texture. I think that's what it is, actually, is newspaper print. I had ordered some stuff, and this is probably a couple years old. This is what they used to put in the Amazon boxes I got before they started using the brown paper. That's really cool. Okay. Let's use phthalo green. And these paints are kind of old. I haven't used them in a while. But yeah, so I was cleaning my desk yesterday and I lost my scissors. I actually have since found them. A friend of mine called and I was on the phone with her for about an hour and I was searching for them. And they ended up in one of those acrylic bins that I have that have just like little scraps of paper in it. But it took me like an hour of searching to find it today. And I don't really feel that well. I mean, I'm fine, but you know, I'm a little stuffy. So yeah, so I'm going to use these for backgrounds. What else? Let's do, I just got this color the other day, rouge. Where were we? My husband and I went somewhere like a week ago. I think it was Michael's. I'm not sure if it's still on sale, but all the Master's Touch paint supplies were on sale for 40% off. And I didn't do a haul video because I had no internet, which we switched internet companies, which is why I have internet right now. And this came out a really cool shade of plum, maybe. So I don't think that one's big enough. That one's got a hole in it. Okay, well, you know what? We'll use a regular piece of paper on this because the other ones aren't quite wide enough, and I'm going to stop after this. And so this is what I was doing yesterday with flowers, and they came out pretty cool on paper all over the house drying. But I've noticed the problem with this, though, is when too much paint gets on it, then it starts to lift. And then the paint that's on the stencil itself comes up, which, where are they at? Right, so, right, all the paint was coming off the stencils. That's from yesterday. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I wanted to try the ultramarine blue, and then I will pull it with a lighter color because I want to see what this mixed together will make this. Although that's kind of dry now. But what I did notice, so I'm new to this gel plate thing. I think it's fascinating, but I'm still learning and still making mistakes. But what I found is that when it starts to pull up the stencil, you're not really going to get very many good pulls after that, only because it's not staying down anymore. So, and I just have a stack of regular copy paper to my left, which is my brayer offs. And so I keep these for background so I can use them in my journals also. This looks like it might be some kind of purpley midnight blue. All right, okay, so now what I'm gonna do is peel this off. And this is what they mean by the long haul. So let me put that down there. And I'm gonna use this, what is this, Naples yellow. And when I was doing this yesterday, what I came to the conclusion is that there's so much paint on there that I'll probably end up doing like 3 or 4 pulls, and they'll all come out different because I don't know if, right, like when I saw Darcy do this, she only did 1 long haul pull, but I did this with flower stencil and some butterfly stencils all over it, and I ended up getting, I think, 3 pulls each after I pulled the stencil off because there was still stuff on there was still paint on the gel plate. Wow. All right, would you look at that? Cool. And see, there's still paint on there. So let's try neutral gray and see what comes up. Although it's going to mix with that yellow because that's not dry yet, but that's okay. I just don't want it dark. And the purple on this little plate is pretty much dry now. Right, you can still see the lines through there. So let's get on a piece of paper. So the little town that I live in has a yearly fair and the fall fair, and it's in town. My husband and I went this Saturday. We were there for a few minutes, and I was like, all right, I'm done. See how cool that looks? That actually kind of looks like metal in person. I don't know what it's showing up like on screen. Okay, and I can probably get one more, so let's do white, and I'm just going to put the white directly on here. This is titanium white. And this is what I mean by the ovals, so you have to make sure that you spread it out really good. I am by no means an expert in this. I just, I bought this plate. Well, actually, this is my second one, because the first one I kind of messed it up. But I had it for maybe, let me get that line out of there. I had it for maybe a year before I really started playing with it. And I got some really good results, and then I didn't, and then I got discouraged, so I put it away for about a year. And then Carrie Griffiths and Darcy Sanders popped up in my feed, and I was like, okay, it's time to break that back out again. So I should get just this one more pull. Very faint. There you go. That's really cool. Okay, and so I pulled this one earlier from the butterflies that I was doing, but there was too much paint left on the thing, and I'm just going to take my brayer off sheet and pull this up here, and I'll just show you a quick run through of what I did yesterday, because those flowers came out really cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to put more paint on that to pick it up, but in the meantime, this is what I started with. These were actually later pulls, and that's just okay. So I was picking up, if you can see in the background, I was picking up off of that, and then I just put a layer on there. And this was not a long haul. This was just a one pull. And this was just me not cleaning the plate and putting a second, right? There's flowers, then there's butterflies, and then the letters. So this was actually the first one I pulled, which I thought was pretty cool. But I used up all of those colors. I don't have them anymore. And this is not part of the long haul. This was cleanup paper, brayer off. And then I started on the long haul with this one because I wanted to see what it was going to do. And then you see the letters back there and the butterflies. And this is one of the last ones. It was getting kind of, yeah, you can't really tell what that is. This one came out really cool though. But this is a long haul. And then this is what I started doing yesterday. This is, I wish you could feel that because it's kind of rough. All this extraneous stuff out here, that's paint from the stencil coming off. And I tore the paper in some spots. But this is an old calendar that got coffee spilt on it from work. And that's all from the stencil, the back of the stencil. But these came out really cool. So maybe I'll be able to scan them. These are the long haul ones. I don't know. This was the first pull. This was the second pull. This was the third pull. And then I actually got a fourth pull off of that. I thought that was pretty cool. So, and this was just pick up for brayer offs. So hopefully I will be able to scan these and put them in my Ko-fi shop for you. I'm going to go clean up now and see what's for dinner. So I hope everyone's having a great day, and stay crafty, my friends. I'll see you soon.